me see if I can set this shit up right, dude. Somebody go. There we go. Hey, Dr. Earl here. I've been walking around. It's about 2 minutes to midnight, to quote the Iron Maiden song. And I figure I'd come out here, just, make me a little vlog, just for the fuck of it. But it's not just really for the fuck of it. It's something I want to discuss, about a well-known wrestling individual, Hulk Hogan. Now, I know that recently Hogan was reinstated into the WWE Hall of Fame after being blacklisted by that company for a couple of years because of that videotape where he was using the N-word towards his daughter's boyfriend at that time. That got him in a lot of trouble, and it also helped expose a lot of racism going on within the ranks of wrestling. Like, for instance, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I don't think we have ever really seen a black world heavyweight champion in the WWE. If I'm wrong, feel free to correct me in the comments below. I know Ron Simmons, then wrestling as Farouk, expressed that in a promo a couple years back when he was involved with that company. Even though he was the WCW World Champion, I guess for a long while when he was involved with them. Now, never mind the music that's playing in the back. Like everybody else, I was upset over Hulk Hogan using that word. Now, I don't really know the extent of what was going on at that time. For what I heard two sides of this. Now, the first side I heard was that his daughter, Brooke, was dating this black guy. Now, I don't know if this guy was either one of those guys that wanted to latch on to a pretty young blonde lady with tons of money, so he can live off of her dough and live the good life, buy all the expensive shit, drive the expensive cars. Pretty much the same thing that Kevin Federline did when he was married with Britney Spears. And it's no secret that that fool did that. Because there are people out there who are either looking for a sugar daddy or a sugar mama. Now, the other side of the story, I heard that she was sleeping with this black guy who was supposed to have been a record producer, who was involved with this, who had label connections. Remember, she was working at getting a music career started. She had that one album, I guess it was called Undiscovered, and I guess what it was, 2006. It had a one minor hit off that disc, and she released another one, if I remember, that bombed. And I guess she had to go around, I guess what I understand, she had to go that route, to get her all that started, which I disagree with. Brooke, if you're listening, not to knock you, girl, but if you have to resort to that to get a record deal, whether it's any deal for that matter, whether it's a TV or a movie or something like that, then I'm sorry, that's the wrong way to do it. You should be offered a deal for your talent and talent only. If any producer or executive out there promises you to do this for you, do that for you, but you got to sleep with them first, I'm sorry, that's sexual harassment. And nobody, man or woman, should have to go through that. None. Now, there's another thing I want to ask, is that, and this is kind of like the thing that people kind of like ignored. This is from a sex tape that he did, banging his best friend's wife. That has been overlooked. I mean, you got to remember, this is the all-American hero that we grew up with in the 1980s, in our teens, early preteens, as children. We looked up to this guy because he stands for America, truth, justice. Say your prayers, train, take your vitamins. And here he is, years later, we find out that he's not the all-American that we expected him to be, the righteous one, the chosen one, basically. We find out that he has his dark sides as well. I know Macho Man Randy Savage, God rest his soul, was had a few issues with him. I know, I guess a couple other wrestlers in the WCW had issues with him, because remember, he had some creative control with his contract with that company, where he would keep himself as world champion as long as he wanted. And probably for a good reason. When you're the world champion, you get more money. And it's all, and of course we all know it's all about the money. Well, my suggestion to Hulk Hogan is, and by the way, he did address that issue backstage at the Backlash pay-per-view, where he had a direct conversation with the roster there. Everyone in the roster, black, white, Hispanic, male, female. And I guess a couple, some accepted it, some didn't, which is understandable, because that pissed off a lot of people. Now, it's sad that we still, in 2018, we still have racism out there. There are forms of racism out there, but a lot not now lately. But however, to clarify, it's been being tossed around more and more as the ultimate enemy compared to everything else. I mean, like, for instance, Chris Brown, the R&B singer, he beats up his girlfriend at the time, Rihanna, another singer, till she's black and blue in the face. Yeah, he got in big trouble for that. He was mocked a lot of times. But yet he still had his female fan base, who probably stood by and said, well, she probably provoked him, she probably pushed his buttons. But still, to hit a woman is just outright fucking wrong. Punch a mirror, break a wall, or do something. Bang something on the counter. Bang the steering wheel. Not your girlfriend, not any woman for that matter. Real men do not hit women. Now, he's still able to draw on shows. He's still able to do stuff here. We have R. Kelly, who was caught in his own little sex scandal on a videotape having sex with an underage girl. And it's no secret that he married Aaliyah when she was 15. The late great Aaliyah, I should probably say. So obviously he proved that he has a thing for underage chicks. But when the former singer Pantera does a Nazi salute during the event called Dime Bash, everybody loses their minds. It's like, yeah, I realize racism is a sick and disgusting thing, but let's keep in mind that there are other sick and disgusting things out there to keep aware of. Now back to Hulk Hogan. Now, we're glad that you're back at the WWE Hall of Fame. We're back and it's good that you're making amends for that particular mistake. My suggestion for you, Hogan, is be careful how you say your words. I understand if you were upset, you're going to spill out whatever word comes out of your mind. We've all done it. I've done it myself. Everybody else have done it. You're going to say some shit here, everybody like, oh shit, I didn't want to say that. That's understandable. Just think before you say or do anything. That's my advice to everybody. Okay? As far as the issue of racism out there, and whether it's music, wrestling, any other sports, media, it's sad that it's still out there, but the best thing to do is ignore it. When someone starts telling you something, somebody condemning certain ethnic groups or that or this and that, tell them, or better, don't say anything. Just ignore them and walk away. Just ignore, pretend like they don't fucking exist, okay? That's the better way to do it. That's being the better individual. Man or woman, that don't matter. Now, I'm going to end this video, walk around a little bit more, because I want to check out the other side of this area, which I never did. So, I'm going to end this. I figure I speak on this little subject. I've been wanting to do this for a while. I'm Dr. Earl. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, support. Leave your, if you have anything you want to discuss, leave it on the comments below. And 10 after 12, I'm out of here. Have a good one, guys.